नमस्कार दोस्तों, एक बार फिर से स्वागत है आपका एसेसिन क्रीड वलहला में। तो आगे बढ़ने से पहले अगर आपने अभी तक इस चैनल को सब्सक्राइब नहीं करा है तो प्लीज़ जाके चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर लो, साथ में बेल आइकन दबा लो जिससे आने वाली वीडियो की अपडेट आप सभी को मिलती रहे। तो चलते हैं अपने रेवनथॉर्प वापस। यानी कि अभी हम हैं रेवनथॉर्प में। तो चलो रांधवी के पास चलते हैं और ईस्ट एंग्लिया के बारे में बताते हैं कि ईस्ट एंग्लिया अब सेफ़ है और ईस्ट एंग्लिया जब भी ज़रूरत पड़ेगी वो हमारी हेल्प करने के लिए आगे आएगा। कहाँ हो रांधवी? अब ये केस में लड़ाई हो रही है। हाँ रांधवी, ठीक है।
Roland, Holger, while...
Eivor, thank Tyr.
I heard shouting. Is something wrong?
Holger robbed me, and I demand he be punished. Ha! Raw disappointed word. Does the deer rub the stream when she takes a drink? Does a cow rub a field when he crops on sweet grass?
Eivor, this matter requires sensitive judgment. Will you?
बिल्कुल, जजमेंट देना जरूरी है क्योंकि अभी किंग नहीं है, तो मैं दूंगा।
From the beginning, please.
सुनाओ जल्दी से कहानी।
Well now,
अपनी अपनी।
there is no excuse too small, I see. Nothing to keep you from coveting that seat, is there?
In Sigurd's absence, who has better claim to oversee these disputes?
You might leave them to work it out for themselves, but that would mean letting go, would it not?
ये डैग बहुत ज्यादा परेशान है, सिगरेट
Please
है नहीं
start
तो।
again. Tell me all that has happened.
I will start. I have been falsely accused by this Saxon Philistine. A Philly what? Are you mocking me?
Silence, please. I will hear
पहले एक
both
एक
of
करके
your
सुनाओ।
complaints and render a decision, awarding compensation if needed. Understood?
रोवन, तुम सुनाओ पहले। होलगर,
Holger, let me hear your side.
तुम सुनाओ।
Eivor, you have known me as a skald for years. You have seen how my poems bring life and joy and wisdom to our people. And you know that my work requires a certain, let us say, freedom to make use of rare resources to compose my verses. Often when lacking the proper tools, I have made use of novel items. Alvis's walking stick, Tovy's inks, all were given gladly. You cut off my horse's tail to make a brush, you bleed.
Rowan?
As I was saying, this morning in the throes of poetic reverie, I realized that my latest piece required delicate brushwork. I could have used a frayed stick, some cloth, my hands, but no. I needed something gentler, softer. To make a perfect brush, I needed the fine hairs of a well-raised horse. And so I availed myself of a local resource. You clipped Alfgafur's tail to the rump without asking. It was early. I did not wish to wake you.
Thank you, Holger. I believe I understand your position.
अब रोवन तुम बताओ अपनी
Rowan,
साइड।
tell me your version of these events.
As you are aware, Holger and I are neighbors. Near enough that I often catch him at my stables, stealing my tools. Borrowing.
Holger, let him speak.
Stealing, borrowing. My point being, I have always allowed him to use whatever he pleased. I greatly admire your Norse generosity and had hoped to match it. But this morning, Holger stretched the limits of my grace. Entering my stables for their feed, I found my most beautiful, gentle mare stripped of her tail. Bereft, not a strand in sight.
I am ashamed to say my natural suspicion drew me to Hallgeir, and how right I was. For when I peered across the lane, there he was, gripping a horsetail brush slathered with indigo, dragging it across a sheet of...
Painting, Rowan. I was painting. You make it sound so crude.
You see? Such willful arrogance. It will take ages for Ilgafur's tail to reach its former length. I demand compensation.
I understand. Thank you, Rowan.
चलो अब फैसला करना है दोनों की पक्ष सुन लिए हैं हमने
I believe I have heard enough. If you will...
My horse looks like a fool, Eivor. No handsomer than a donkey now. You must do something.
बिल्कुल
Not conflate hair with beauty, Rowan. She remains radiant. Elgifur's hair will grow back in no time.
Quiet, both of you. Now listen.
रोवन सही कह रहा है
Olga, Rowan is clearly in the right. You sheared the tail from his horse without gaining permission.
I borrowed the tail. Borrowed. Does the
मैंने बहुत
reality
सुना
of regrowth not make this a victimless crime?
It is a two-victim crime, Holger. Though they are unharmed, you took without asking, and that will not do. As the horse's value
Rowan
has
is
diminished
right.
significantly, you will pay Rowan its market price.
But the horse was not for sale. Rowan, admit it.
My decision is final, Holger. Pay what you owe, and meet tomorrow.
ये सब कुछ नहीं है
And if I do, may I keep the horse?
Pay the man and be done with it. Rowan, does this satisfy you?
It does.
और हाँ सही बात है
Thank you, Eivor.
मार्केट प्राइस तो देना पड़ेगा ना
Then by Tyr's blessing, let this matter rest. We're done here.
फाइनल
Return to your homes in peace.
फ्रेंड बिल्कुल
Would you allow
उसके
me
बाद
to
रख सकते हो
pay you with a vibrant painting? After all, in so great
कोई बात नहीं
Absolutely not. Silver.
ठीक है निकलो अपने अपने घर के
hello,
लिए
Eivor. Good day. That
ऐसे
Holger,
करते हैं
he is
फैसला
quite a
ताबड़तोड़
character.
I almost
अब
envy
चलो
to see the
रांधवी से
world
मिलते हैं
through
और
such a
ईस्ट
muddy
एंग्लिया
glass
के
and
बारे
live
में
with
बताते हैं
such
उसको
petty concerns. He hasn't a care in the world.
Let's not walk too far with that idea. I need
हेलो
you right where you
रांधवी
are.
East Anglia is with us. Their King Oswald has
Hello,
pledged his
Ranvi.
loyalty to us.
Eivor Kingmaker, we shall call you soon. Some interesting news. King Ceolwulf has sent Ceolbert to Shropshire. He hopes to install him as Elderman there.
Good for Ceolbert. He should do well considering all he has learned from you.
I gave him only a taste of my
तो
knowledge. The rest
ईस्ट
he will need to
एंग्लिया अब
figure for
हमारे साथ
himself.
है
One
और
more
उसकी
thing.
वफादारी अब
I
हमारे
do
साथ
not
है
know
ठीक
if you
है
heard, but Sven passed
चलो
away a short time ago. The poor man slipped away in his bed.
I had not heard, no. And how is Tovi? She must be gutted.
It has been rough on her. She spends quite a lot of time at his burial mound. Speak with her, if you have the time.
ओके चलो बात करें रांधवी से एक बार फिर
Randvi, are you well? You seem distant.
I'm fine. Only a little tired, but well enough. Shall we look at the map?
Not until you tell me what is wrong.
Oh, I think I have. I feel somewhat trapped. In this room, and this settlement, and this life.
I cannot help you with your life just now, but I can get you out of this room. What do you say?
ठीक हो
I don't know. There is much work to be done.
Stop. Forget about alliances and responsibility for just a few hours. We could take a ride to Grandbridge or somewhere nearby for a change of pace.
That sounds lovely. And too far to consider just now. But thank you, Eivor. Maybe another time. Now, what was it you needed?
Randvi, take a break. Let us make for Grandbridgeshire and get you out of this musty room.
Do you mean now? Right now?
Of course. You said you were tired of all this, so why not stretch your legs and fill your lungs?
I did ask, didn't I? You're right. Lead the way,
अरे कोई
Eivor.
नहीं, अभी चलते हैं,
Follow me.
ग्रैंड ब्रिज चलते हैं.
We won't take the long ship today. This
बिल्कुल.
trip is for us. Just you and me. Is that a problem?
Not at all. So long as I get some air and sun, I will be fine. I spend too much of my day in the longhouse.
ओके चलो.
We will need to cross the river at some point if we want to enter Grantebridge. If you know a better way, I would love to hear it.
Is swimming not an option?
Swimming? I don't know. Are you joking?
A boat or a horse would always do,
Chalo.
but I'm not a... Please, Eivor.
Long
Not a
ship नहीं?
Right.
A boat or a horse
अच्छा,
would
चलो.
always do, but I'm not opposed to the more traditional methods.
आ जाओ. घोड़ा कहाँ है? रांधवी ने बोला घोड़े से चलेंगे तो घोड़े से चलेंगे. ठीक है, चलो बैठते हैं. आओ चलो. ग्रांट ब्रिज ये रहा.
What is that?
This is where the Summer Army retreated when Grantebridge was lost. They seem to have resettled the city in full now.
Right, right. I know this land so well by its map, but to see it in
यहाँ से
person brings it to
चुपचाप
stunning
निकलेंगे.
life. A Roman marvel. I will not soon forget this sight.
कोई मुसीबत मोल नहीं लेनी. ये ब्रिज पार करते ही ग्रैंड ब्रिज है. ये रहा ग्रैंड ब्रिज का गेट. यहीं पे आना था. लॉन्ग हाउस
And here we
चलेंगे.
are. Welcome to Grantebridge. We should make our way to the Longhouse.
Ah, it's bigger than I imagined. Rustic, woody, beautiful. And everything seems quite new.
Under Soma's guidance, the Summer Army built this town up from a small village. They wanted a hub for trade near London, and a launching point for incursions into Wessex.
Well, it is impressive. Some interesting architectural ideas here too.
ओके मैग्नी.
Is that Eivor? It's been quite a while since I've seen your face around here.
I know you, I think. One of Soma's loyal men. Magni, is it?
Yeah, good memory.
Good to see you again. This is RANDVI, a dear friend and a sturdy fighter.
Well met, Randy. Eivor seems to have a preference for befriending lovely women.
You know, I noticed the same thing.
I expected more people about Magni. Has something happened?
Soma rounded up some warriors and took them west. She's hoping to open a new trade route with Ox and the Voda. Only now, in times of trouble, I have discovered I am not the surrogate leader I should hope to be.
What sort of trouble?
Oh, a pack of surly bandits have encamped nearby. To the east of the water's edge. They attack all merchants who travel here by river or road, and word is spreading quickly. It's keeping traders at bay.
That could cripple your town if it carries on too long.
It's crippled me already. The bastard stole my horse
अच्छा?
this morning.
मुझे खुशी होगी हेल्प करने में भाई. तुम्हारा घोड़ा वापस लाऊंगा.
So what will
We
you...
can take care of them, Magni. And if we don't find your horse, we will steal you a new one.
Oh, that would ease my mind. I have nothing to offer you for this deed, but the bandits surely would. Take from them what you like.
Good. Consider the matter handled. Eivor, come. We have a
Chalo.
camp to raid.
घोड़ा ढूंढ के लेके आते हैं और जितने भी गद्दार हैं उन सबको मार देंगे.
The bandits are camped on a river, he said, east of the water's edge.
You volunteered us for a fight, RANDVI. Is that your idea of a pleasant ride through the country?
It must be. I surprised even myself.
Away from the table for a day and already you are lusting for blood.
A feeling you must know well, no? I have always wanted to experience the world as you do, and now I will. Unless you have a more interesting day planned for us.
We will help Magni and clear these bandits. But do not be rash.
सीधे के सीधे चलते रहो. सीधे सीधे चलते रहो, पहुंच जाएंगे. रांधवी आ रही है, चलो.
We will help Magni and clear these bandits. But do not be rash when we
यही
fight them.
कैंप है.
The Raven clan needs your steady hand.
Yes, indeed, my lord. I shall
आते ही देख लिया.
If I did not know any better, I would say you are teasing me.
चलो ये तो गया और बाकियों को निपटाते हैं।
I would never
वो
tease
तेरी
one such demanding ability. There, the bandit camp.
All right, stay close and do as I do.
You sternly at me.
ये
By all means.
I thought you wanted to do this in secret.
You seemed hot for a battle, so here we go.
इधर आ, ये ले वो दूसरी लात। तुम भी बच गए। अच्छा हाँ, ये ले पहली लात, दूसरी लात। अब कौन बचा? अरे अभी तो बहुत है। आ जाओ आ जाओ आ जाओ। ये गया। हाँ चलो ये भी गया। अब ये मोटा बचा। ये मोटा बहुत खतरनाक है भाई, इससे बच के। आओ ना, कब तक छुपोगे? सामने आओ इधर। ये तो गया। अब बस एक ही बचा हुआ, नहीं दो बचे हुए। 2 3 है क्या? अरे एक और है, रुक जा रुक जा। हाँ ये गया। ओ तेरी तो। अब बस ये मोटा बचा हुआ, रुक जा। इसकी पीठ पे मारेंगे तब कुछ होगा। नहीं नहीं नहीं, तेरी तो उठा के पटकूंगा साले। हाँ 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 हाँ, चलो चलो ये खत्म। चलो घोड़ा कहाँ है?
Now to deliver Magni his horse.
ये रहा, ले लिया। चलो मैं अपना बुलाता हूँ, इसको लेके निकलो। वो आ रहा है। चलो ये उसको उसकी अमानत लौटाते हैं, मैग्नी को।
That was a thrill, Eivor. We are champions of Grandbridge. Do you know of any other towns that need liberating?
You don't think we have had enough drama for one day? We should return to the settlement.
Or we could have a drink to celebrate our victory.
At home. Tekla has all the mead and ale we could want.
Eivor, our outing has hardly begun. Find us an alehouse and let us make ourselves at home.
Let's return the horse. And if your thirst remains, we'll look around.
ओके मैग्नी कहाँ हो? रांधवी आ गई। मैग्नी कहाँ है? चलो बात करते हैं। अंदर हो भाई साहब। तो तुम्हारा घोड़ा मिल गया है मैग्नी।
Magni, we solved your bandit problem.
Did you? Well done! And did you find my sweet mare?
Your horse is outside, waiting for you.
Thank the gods she is safe.
कोई बात नहीं,
And thank you, Eivor.
वो भी बाहर
And
है।
your friend RANDVI, wherever she is.
She is here somewhere.
कहाँ हो?
Over here.
हाइड एंड सीक खेल रहे हो?
What's this?
Oh, someone is thirsty.
Are you determined to get drunk?
अच्छा
I am determined to get you drunk.
What
बिल्कुल।
are you playing at?
A drinking contest. You versus me.
ओके
Wolf-kissed versus Table Maiden.
RANDVI, we can do better than Table Maiden.
चलो तो
Meet
करते
Queen
हैं
then.
तुम्हारी खुशी के लिए।
All right, let us
Chalo.
drink.
Beautiful.
अब की बार हारना नहीं है। आहा चल 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 चल, हार नहीं सकता भाई, भारी बेइज्जती होगी। चल ओके, सेकंड, आराम से आराम से। जाने वाला, जाने, आराम से आराम से आराम से। कोई बात नहीं, कोई बात नहीं, कोई बात नहीं। चलो लास्ट है, लास्ट है, जल्दी 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 जल्दी। इसको चक्कर नहीं आ रहे, गए। आज ये भी हार जीत, ये भी नहीं जीत पाएंगे, मुश्किल है, नहीं जीत पाएंगे। रांधवी जीत जाएगी, कोई बात नहीं रांधवी, अबे वो तो गई।
Any more and I'll drown.
Ha! I am the mead queen, slayer of wolves and barrels. I told you I would drink you under the table.
So, are you satisfied? My head is ringing like a bell.
More than satisfied. Now come, we'll ride this off and take in the air as we head home. After just one more stop.
RANDVI.
It's a sunken tower near a waterfall, close to home. We can stop for a look, and then you are free of me. It's near the highest point of a hill, just south of the settlement. Easy to spot, I'm sure.
All right, one last stop then.
I know it might not show, Eivor, but I am terribly excited.
Oh, it shows.
चलो एक और स्टॉपेज है जहाँ रांधवी को लेके जाना है, सनकेन टावर में। आओ ईवार, कहाँ पे हो?
Thank you for everything.
ईवार नहीं, रांधवी। चलो जल्दी से सनकेन टावर पहुँचते हैं।
I think you may have punctured poor Magni's heart back there.
What can I say? Not the first, and it will not be the last.
I name you RANDVI, slayer of bandits and breaker of hearts.
I will sound it with pride. Sunniva described this tower for me. A desolate yet peaceful place. I am eager to see it.
After a full day of action, finally you wish to calm down.
I've had my fill of adventure. Time for a little rest. I was wondering something. You and Soma. What? Look there! That must be the tower. Take the bridge.
यहीं रोकेंगे। चलो ये यहाँ पे पहुँच गए हम। काफी ऊंचा नीचा रास्ता है। ओके, इसी ब्रिज पर रोकेंगे, ठीक है। चलो यहाँ से पैदल पैदल।
I imagine little people in their little armies, traversing the land. And now, staring at these ruins, I imagine people of old, how they lived.
अच्छा,
Never knowing what would become of their monuments.
You have a fertile imagination.
इसके क्या ऊपर जाना पड़ेगा क्या?
Shall we?
Lead on.
चलो तो फिर इसके ऊपर चलो।
Mind where you put your fingers. These stones are old and weathered. You climbed well for one who folds maps.
You jest, but I have raised the frames of longhouses and hammered the ribs of longships. My hands are calloused from hard work.
चलो यहीं आना है।
Look at this.
चलो रांधवी से बात कर ले। काफी सुंदर नजारा है रांधवी।
A stunning view. It reminds me of my early years in Norway. How I used to climb the hills beyond the wood.
You have an adventurous heart. I hardly see it behind the table, but now I've watched you scale a tower in furs, soaking wet.
I was rowdy in my youth. Hunting, sailing. I was a wildling of the open air before I became this staunch and stoic woman. Married off in service of peace between two clans. A noble and worthy role, but not one I had ever imagined for myself.
You would have made a fine wandering warrior. A Jomsvikinger, free to come and go as she pleased.
I think so too. It may be we would have sailed together over the open seas, raiding or traveling.
Or faced each other on the field of battle. Without your marriage to Sigurd to secure peace, our clans might still be at war.
True. Very true. Thank you for today. Every bit of it has been a dream, and I'm not keen to wake.
Then don't. We can stay here as long as you like.
Yes.
What was that?
Oh no, I am...
कोई बात नहीं,
I'm
कोई बात
sorry.
नहीं, होता
I
है,
shouldn't
होता है.
have. I got away from myself.
No need
शर्मिंदा
to
होने की जरूरत नहीं है.
apologize.
Sigurd is your brother, and I have put you in a very difficult position. The heart does not do politics like the head.
It may be the meat, it may be the air, but there's no need to apologize.
I am sober enough. But the truth of it is, I have felt this way for some time now. I care for you, Eivor.
ओके, मैं भी यही फीलिंग करता हूँ. ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं, एक्सेप्ट कर लेते हैं यार. चलो कोई बात नहीं, काफी टाइम से अकेले है.
Comforting to hear. I have long felt the same way, but I banished the thought that this would ever happen.
Many times I wished to tell you. Wished to say what was in my heart and what I desired, but duty kept me from it.
Say all you like.
Today has meant so much. We rode, we fought, we drank, we laughed. You showed me your world. Not in words, but deeds.
Deeds are more direct than words. RANDVI? Must have returned to the
अबे
settlement.
रांधवी कहाँ गई? ओके, ये क्वेस्ट कंप्लीट हो गया, टेकन फॉर ग्रांटेड. मगर रांधवी सुबह सबसे पहले रांधवी गई है, तो उसको ढूंढना पड़ेगा कि कहाँ पे है रांधवी को. शायद वापस रेवनथॉर्प तो नहीं चलेगी. तो ये हम रेवनथॉर्प आ गए और रांधवी को देखते हैं लॉन्ग हाउस में है कि नहीं. ओके, ये रही रांधवी.
My love.
ये क्या हुआ, तुम छोड़ के क्यों आ गए?
RANDVI, you left so suddenly.
There is work to be done.
हाँ, अचानक छोड़ के क्यों
I
आए?
see.
But do not think for a moment that I have forgotten you and our wonderful day.
Nor would I wish you to.
Good. Then we see eye to eye.
And heart to heart.
Yes, indeed. Until our next moment
तो
alone,
कुछ
we
हो
should
जाए?
return to our great work. England will not pacify itself on our behalf.
No, indeed.
Back to work then.
Come to me. Should we take this to your chamber?
No need.
ओके, थैंक्स फॉर वॉचिंग गाइस, मिलते हैं अगली वीडियो में, तब तक के लिए टाटा बाय बाय, सी यू सून, जय हिंद।